So there are really two areas in which the benefits of elastic cloud are starting to appear. Perhaps the first reason, or the first group of benefits, are the ones for which most people adopt cloud technology in the first place, and within that, Fusion Middleware and Excelogic. And those are the cost savings, and they're starting to appear. And it's not surprising, I mean, they've been worked through in quite some detail. The other group, though, often actually more significant benefits, are the ones which relate to being more flexible in how you approach business and being able to innovate more rapidly. Let me speak briefly about the benefits of the cost saving first of all, however. By adopting Fusion Middleware to power the cloud, and in particular adopting Excelogic on top of that, we can cut down on the need to be able to have to separately maintain lots of different stacks, technology stacks within our organization. Each stack needs separate patching, separate administration, separate management, separate governance as different versions of the stack develop. That goes away with the concept of the Fusion Middleware powered Excelogic Elastic Cloud, where we have a single integrated stack requiring single integrated maintenance. So huge cost savings there. But secondly, as we develop new applications on top of that, so we need less time and effort spent in changing the infrastructure to meet that new application's needs. The infrastructure is already there. It's already in the form of multiple services. We don't need to reinvent a business process manager. We don't need to write the code for a new way of logging in. That's all there in the form of services provided by Fusion Middleware in your cloud. So huge benefits in management of the cloud and in developing new applications. Now we're also increasingly seeing benefits through consolidation, cost saving, through fewer processors, less power requirements, etc. Starting to creep in as significant cost savings. Very briefly, for those organizations who have pioneered the use of cloud, who are using Fusion Middleware in this way, they're starting to perceive much greater benefits now, even than the ones that changed in cost saving, because they can more rapidly change their business application or their business process and deploy quickly. So they're competitive, they're having to see an opportunity in the marketplace, they can alter a process quickly. It doesn't need a whole new application built, procured, maintained. It can often be the adjustment or the optimization of an existing process, and then that can be redeployed across their cloud. The benefits there are often much, much higher. Not to say that the cost benefits are not good, they are, but the benefits, of course, from being able to improve your market share and beat your competitors are often much greater still. So where do we go now? You might think that looking at Fusion Middleware, powering a cloud, it's been done. The job has been done. We might as well all go and retire now and leave our wonderful clouds to operate the world for us. Well, maybe not quite. Looking at the technology, we can continue to provide ever more complete infrastructures. Every requirement that becomes common to multiple applications can be put into middleware. If you're creating an application, a new business application, a new process, something which is going to beat your competitors, if that needs one service once, okay. If you find something else can use that, fine. If you find that 3 processes or 3 applications need the same service, time to make that in the middleware. Make it a common service, make it available in your cloud. And we'll continue to do that, making it more and more complete. We can also continue to integrate more and more. We can make sure that it's still easier to install, still easier to manage, and still more efficient in how each component in our middleware uses each other component. And finally, of course, we'll maintain, even as this continues in its completeness and its integration, we'll maintain its openness. So the technology will continue to develop in its ease of use. But what about the future for the deployment of that? Actually, I have to say that while many of our pioneering customers are really making the best use of all these modern technologies, there are many more who have yet to gain the full benefit from these wonderful productivity tools that have been created. They can be fantastically efficient in the development of applications, in the design of business processes, but often how these technologies are deployed is different from organisation to organisation. And I think that vendors such as Oracle, we're the leading one here, but also with Oracle's partners, we've got a lot to do and a duty to ensure that we share the best practice on how these productivity tools, effectively what Fusion Middleware is, how these are actually able to release that productivity benefit, how they can be deployed properly in all types of organisation, from small to large. And I think over the years we'll see a growing community in sharing that best practice. And that's what the future holds for me.